Hi there, are you looking for a basic pattern that will meet all your needs in terms of a very cute, very fun summer top? Hi there, I'm Laura, one of the owners and designers here at Rivet Patterns, and today I want to talk to you about this Raglan pattern. This is called the Erica Raglan. The Erica Raglan is one of our $6 sew and watch patterns. So you can get this pattern for $6. What do you get for $6? You're going to love it. You get a tutorial, very complete, very well tested, very easy to follow. You will also get the pattern pieces for all of our sizes. In addition to that, you will get a full video, which is what this is today. I'm going to show you step by step how to make this adorable top. We've designed this to be a basic pattern. Not a lot of bells and whistles, but a lot of learning on the way. So if you're new to sewing, or you're new to garment sewing, or you're just old hat and you want something fun and quick to just sew and feel really good about, this is the pattern for you. As you can see, this is a raglan, so you have a raglan sleeve here. But the great thing about this is it has ruffle options on the sleeves. This is what makes the Erica Raglan the Erica Raglan. You have 3 tiers to choose from. So you could do 1 tier, 2 tiers, 3 tiers, however you want to do it. I did all 3 tiers because I wanted a little bit of a kind of almost a color block look. So I wanted a peekaboo of something fun, and that's what I chose for this. So this pattern is made for knit fabrics. Look into the tutorial to find all the details on the exact type of fabric you should get for this pattern. It's time to sew. All right, it's time to get started. Let's look at our pattern pieces. We have the front and the back. We have our neckband, and we have our sleeve tiers. So we have a long one, a medium one, and a short one. You could choose how many you wish to use. I'm using all 3 of them for the sake of this tutorial, but it's totally up to you. So you have tiers 1, 2, and 3 there, okay? So those are all the pattern pieces. Let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start with the top 2 tiers, so the shortest tiers. And we have to finish the edges of each of those. So we have the 2 shortest tiers, and you should have 1 for each sleeve. So I've got 2 of the shortest one and 2 of the medium one. We need to turn our sleeves wrong side up. And there are a couple options here. If you are using a knit that doesn't fray, you can just leave it and you don't have to do anything with it. You don't have to hem it. You don't have to finish it at all. Or you can do like a lettuce or a rolled hem. That's totally up to you. But for the tutorial's sake, we are going to be folding our bottom raw edge up by about a 1/2 inch, and we're going to be pressing it. We're going to do that with each of them. Now we're going to head over to our sewing machine, and we're going to top stitch the hems of each of these layers. All right, here we are. And give these a press. Okay, now we're going to stack our tiers. So we're going to take one of our longest tiers. Okay, so just like this. And then we're going to grab our middle tier and we're going to place them right sides together. So, or we're going to stack them right sides up is what I should say. And so you want to make sure that everything fits the way it's supposed to. So like here, this does not fit. So this goes with this one. This does fit. So we're lining up that top edge. There's one. And now we're going to take our shortest piece. You could trim these up if you need to. They got a little wonky when you cut them, that's fine. But we can work on that in a second. All right, now put that to the side, defeat that with the other. All right, so on both the sleeves, what we're going to do is we're going to baste these ruffle tiers to the bottom tier here. So we're going to baste starting here all the way up and around and down on both sleeves. Okay, here we are. I'm going to take our pins out. And now that we have done that and attached this all together, we can treat it as one piece, just one sleeve. All right, so you can see how it's kind of gonna ruffle there. It's super pretty. So take our pins out and let's move on to the next step. We're going to take one front piece. Now we're going to place the right sides together, okay? Now, it's going to go like this. You can see that match up there. The higher side of your sleeve, put it this way. This here, this is the back. This is the front. So flip it over. You want this low point to start here, all right? Just like that. Grab yourself some pins or clips. And now we're going to clip a few clips here. So it'll look like this. Okay, so your high end is not, the high side is not attached to anything. So you'll go to your sewing machine and you'll use a 3/8 seam allowance, and you can use a stretch stitch, or you can use your serger like I'm going to do and stitch there. Then you're going to repeat that on the other side. I'm going to do that all in one step. So I'm going to fold this out of the way and turn this other sleeve to where we're right side down. Okay, here we are. All right, so we got that attached. It's time to grab our back. Here's the back. We'll place it right side up, just like this. We're going to be attaching our sleeves here. Okay, so now that means we're going to put what we just sewed right side down. I just kind of plop it down here like this, so I have both of these raw edges of my sleeve. All right, so we're going to match up this flat raw edge with the flat raw edge at the top and clip. We're going to do that on both sides, and then we're going to go sew them. Okay, here we are. I'm going to turn it right side out briefly so we can see what we've got so far. Here we go. That's what we have so far. Cute, right? Now we're going to flip this back so they can be right sides together, just like this. And I'm going to turn it this way so I can see a little bit better. And I'm going to line up the side seam and the sleeve here. Okay, and you can use pins or clips. Now we're going to sew the entire side seam. And we're going to do that on both sides. All right, let's turn it right side out. Now we're going to work on the neckband. Set that to the side. Here is our neckband. We're going to fold it right sides together, matching the short edges. And now I'm going to stitch this together. Here we are. Now that we've done that, I'm going to, see, we've got a 2. I'm going to take it and I'm going to fold it wrong sides together, clipping it at the raw edge. Just make sure you don't get it all twisted. And we're going to rearrange these clips in just a second, but I want to press this folded edge. So now we're going to quarter this. I've already got a clip at that seam, so that's one point. I need to find the middle of the other side of that, so I'm going to this. So there's our back and our front. So I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to match up our back and our front to find the quarter points, and then we're going to move our clips for the quarter points. This one's really close. There we go. All right, so we've got front, back, and side to side. All right, now what we want to do is we're going to grab our shirt, and we want to do the front center, back center, and the quarter points there as well. So I'm going to match up my seams here. That's going to give me the front center. Just like that. Okay, and now I'm going to match up the back sleeve seams to get the center of the back bodice. Now I'm going to match my center points of the front and back bodices to find my quarter points on the side here. Just like this. Oops. Okay. Now we've got our quarter points. We're going to grab our neckband and we're going to match those quarter points. Now we know where the seam is. That's for the back. So with right sides together, so this is the right side, we're just going to match up those quarter points and clip them in place. All right, so now we're going to head over to our sewing machine. I'm using my serger, and we're going to attach this neckband. And you can see the neckband is shorter. Whoopsies. The neckband is shorter than the actual opening. So you're going to stretch it just to fit. You're stretching the neckband just enough to match up those. You're not overstretching. You're just enough to match up. See how that worked? Just enough to match up. All right, here we go. Really important that you press this seam because you can see it's kind of wonky. You need to press it really well to make it nice and flat. I highly suggest you press it again from the right side. Okay, making sure that the seam allowance is pushed toward the wrong or towards the bodices. All right, the next thing you could do is top stitch this. If you're comfortable and you like the way it looks not top stitched, you don't have to top stitch it. I always encourage people to top stitch because I just think it looks more professional. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I have top stitch, but I'm going to press again. There we go. Doesn't that look nice? All right, we are ready to move on to hemming. Loving the way that looks. We're going to do the same thing to the sleeves as we do to the hem of the actual bodices. We're just going to fold it to the wrong side, a 1/2 inch, just like we did our tiers here, and then we're going to top stitch them. That's it. Let's do it. We are going to press those hems. We want everything to look nice and smooth. Otherwise, you can immediately see it looks ripply. And if you leave it like that, it won't look professional. Okay, let's see what it looks like styled.